Kenya can never be a Singapore under the leadership of William Samoei Ruto. So the youth, take your vote, go and register as a voter, and make sure that when come elections, you vote. You've done very well on the keyboard. My son, Johnson Sakaja, has been there. This is his 4th year. So he should style up. He should pull up his socks. We just are asking William to prepare for a peaceful transition. We don't want chaos. We don't want chaos.
Well, hello, great to see you. Welcome back to the Kenya Times. It's always a pleasure joining in these conversations that not only shapes our governance system, but also the political landscape. This conversation is coming to you from the house of the leadership and governance expert, Mr. Philip Kisia. He also served as the Nairobi City Clerk, as well as the executive director of Azimio la Umoja. He's still serving until today, and we are going to discuss so much pertaining the matters of national importance right here. Remember to follow us throughout this conversation until the end. I'm your host, Nixon Njau. Mr. Philip Kisia, welcome.
Nixon, welcome.
Amazing. Thank you for inviting us to your home, your house right here. And it's always a pleasure, having conversation with you.
The pleasure is mine, Nixon, and yes. Most welcome.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let's begin. Since you served as the Nairobi town clerk, currently, where do you see the state of Nairobi city?
I can only tell you what I'm hearing from people. There seem to be a lot of dissatisfaction with the level of services that people are getting from the leadership of Nairobi. But I think, my son Johnson Sakaja has been there. This is his 4th year. So he should style up. He should pull up his socks, because if he doesn't, I don't think he will be able to recover in the few months that are left. And we have about 20 months to elections.
Yes.
So he has a lot of work cut out for him. I'm yet to see any significant, landmark that is leaving behind after just well over 3 years. So, Johnson has some work to do. He really has some work to do.
All right. And since you served then, as the Nairobi town clerk, the way I said earlier, what are some of the key issues that you think Nairobi or someone who takes over Nairobi, even in future, should really address these issues?
Now, one, I think I would say that Nairobi County was the luckiest county. And it's unfortunate that from the first governor, Evans Kidero, to those who followed him, have not followed the script that was left. By the time we were leaving office, we had actually prepared a master plan for this city, that informed how this city should progress in terms of the road infrastructure, in terms of housing, in terms of our green space, and the entire planning is captured in that report. Water, power requirements, all those issues have been captured in the master plan for Nairobi. So I really feel sorry that the chaos that have been there 13 years into devolution, and not a single challenge has been addressed. Nothing that was written in that master plan has been addressed. Remember, the master plan was not a Philip Kisia master plan or a master plan for my administration. It was the views. It was an engagement with the people of Nairobi, who told us how they wanted this city to look like.
All right.
And I'm not. We've had, this is the 3rd governor. If you look at the amount of resources that are being churned through Nairobi, and what those resources have been able to do, it is a sad state of affairs. It is really sad. Really, really sad. Actually, it's chaotic, to say the least. Have you seen more roads being built other than the national government? Have you seen water, which is a necessity? improvement of green spaces, improvement of just general services,
But Mr.
traffic management,
Okay.
public transport, our health centers, our health facilities. Have you seen an improvement?
But we saw recently, you know, a few months ago, the Nairobi governor, Johnson Sakaja, saying that he has managed so far to restore order within the CBD,
Well, you know,
which no one has ever done before.
Listen, how can you say that? I mean, I don't want to, I mean, you know, he's my son, so I really don't want to contradict him. But the last time I was in CBD, which is a few weeks ago, and it was at night. To be more specific, Heri Selassie Avenue, at about 9 o'clock. It was chaotic. It was absolutely chaotic. I'm told that even during the day, there are hawkers.
Okay.
There are matatus all over. There are buses all over. It's chaotic. Even the traders are complaining. The people who run businesses in the CBD are complaining that there's chaos. So I don't know the definition of Sakaja's when he talks about order. When he talks about order. You know, and my friend JB just launched a book.
Yes.
You know, fighting for order.
Order, yes.
Fighting for order. So we need to fight for order. We live in an orderless country. We need order. We need to call people to order.
Okay.
We need to call in fact, we need to call the leadership to order. They are orderless.
Okay, let's now go to the national politics. Last month was the darkest moment in our country after, you know, we lost the former Prime Minister, the late Raila Odinga, and he was your friend, and actually you served, and even you still serve as the executive director Azimio la Umoja, and you really interacted so much during the 2022 elections. First and foremost, how was it for you after you received the news, and maybe going forward, how is his absence in the Kenyan politics going to affect the politics of our country?
You know, Nixon, it is true that Baba was a very close friend of mine. We've interacted at official level, we've interacted at personal level and family level.
Okay.
So it's somebody I knew very deeply. It's somebody I looked to as a mentor, particularly in politics. So I have lost a friend, a dear friend.
Okay.
We know that that's a journey that we must all take. But I personally was not expecting Baba to go that soon. I was hoping that he'll be around us for another few years so that he can guide us, particularly towards the elections of 2027.
Okay.
But that, as it may be, it's only God who gives and God who takes.
Absolutely.
So God gave us Raila, God has taken Raila. Raila is in a very peaceful place. You can see the way they are mourning. I don't think there's anybody in the recent times who has been mourned like Raila.
Yes.
5 weeks after his passing on, and people are still streaming to Opoda farm.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
to mourn with the family, to grieve with the family. So this was a great man. You know somebody was great
Yes.
when you see how people react once you've crossed
Yes.
and gone to the other world. So indeed, he's a good man, and I must say that he's left a void.
Okay.
He's left a very big void, but I can only say that we have very, very strong foot soldiers within the loyal opposition, which is the government in waiting, who understudied Raila for many years.
Okay.
Okay? So the beauty is, Nixon, that we have so many Railas, people who believed in his ideology.
Okay.
You know, people who have been in trenches with him. People who believe in democracy. People who believe in human life.
Yes.
Raila has never killed any human being, like others that we know. We know them. So we associate fully with Raila,
Okay.
and the gap will be properly filled by the many people who he has left behind.
And where do you see Kenya, you know, without Raila Odinga?
Oh, wow. I mean, Kenya is going to prosper. And if there's one area that I agree with William Samoei Ruto,
Okay.
is that Kenya should not be a third world country.
Okay.
But I can tell you one thing for sure and for certain, that Kenya can never be a Singapore under the leadership of William Samoei Ruto. Why do I say so? He is not a leader. He is very extremely poor in governance.
But according to him,
he is very poor in governance.
The president says daily that this is possible. We can move Kenya from the third world country
Nixon, I agree.
to the first one.
I agree it is possible. You know, I had the privilege of studying at the National University of Singapore. So I've been to Singapore several times. I've been to these other countries. It's about the leadership, the quality of leadership.
Okay.
Okay? The current leadership is not only weak, it is poor, it is disorganized, it is unstable. These are characters who should not be anywhere near power.
Okay.
They should not be, I think, Nixon, do you know what leadership is all about? Leadership is not standing on the rooftop of a car and shouting and boasting and glorifying yourself and saying how good you are. Leadership is basically the ability, okay, to move people, with people, in a certain direction, agreed direction, willingly, and you as the person who has been given responsibility to be in that position, competently, you must be competent.
Okay.
And the people you're moving with must be enthusiastic. There must be a feel good that we're moving together, that there's progress. If you looked at the happiness index of Kenyans on a scale of 10, it's probably 1. I think Kenyans are one of the most unhappiest population in the world today. And it stems from poor leadership. Nothing else. It's just poor, chaotic leadership.
Okay, we'll talk on that, Mr. Kisia.
Okay.
But let us now, figure out. It is now 4 years since the president took over the power, right?
Yes, indeed.
And
this is the 4th year.
Yes, this is the 4th year.
Yeah.
We have actually clocked in this month. So where do you see the progress so far? Because we have seen the president, he has been able to do various manifestos that he promised Kenyans. We saw the affordable housing. We have seen various projects that he is really, advocating every day, even the Hustlers Fund and so on. So where do you see the progress
now,
so far?
2 things I want to say. I'll talk about management.
Okay.
But the first thing I want to say is when you're making progress, people can feel you. You don't have to speak. We had Kibaki. Did you hear Kibaki, shouting on top of rooftops and everywhere, saying that he's working? Results are seen. Results are felt. When people are not feeling you, it means that you are doing a poor job.
Really?
But when you're doing a good job, they'll feel you. You don't have to speak. You don't have to talk about it. But when you are spending so much energy to talk about what you are doing, I see cabinet secretaries and principal secretaries in every opportunity, every forum, even in a wedding, even in a funeral, they say the government is doing. They have been told, you must talk about what the government is doing. You don't need to, Nixon. People will see. People have eyes. People have ears. People have brains. People can see. People can feel you. People can feel you when there's progress. When things are working, people can feel it.
So you mean you don't have to talk about
when people are dissatisfied, when you
progress?
don't need to. You don't need to blow a trumpet. But let me put it this way.
Okay.
I say this man is extremely poor in leadership. And I've told you what leadership is all about. Now let me talk about management. During President Kibaki's era, the government introduced what we call performance management. And then therein we created a performance management culture. Yeah? Where an institution draws a 25-year plan
Okay.
in line with Vision 2030, And that plan is broken down into 5-year cycle. Okay?
All right.
So, when you are appointed as a CEO, you find an institution has a plan for that period. You, as a CEO, you roll out the 5-year plan, strategic plan, and every year there are targets set in that document. So what you just need to do from the strategic plan, you lift what you're supposed to do that financial year. You have the necessary resources to apply to do the job. Okay?
Okay.
So now, every quarter, what you need to do is a review. This government, have you heard them talk about performance management? Have you heard William Ruto talk about performance management? Other than the time they signed after the fact. You know, a performance contract is not signed midstream. You know, in the middle of the financial year. You sign before the financial year starts. This is what I intend to do. Okay?
Okay.
You sign a contract. And then every quarter, there's a board review. The board reviews management performance together with the CEO. And you file a report to the executive office at that time.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
William Ruto, he's in his 4th year. I've heard him talk about performance management once. And that is why his obsession that he's the best, and he puts into one basket the 4 previous presidents. I mean, is some level of pride and some level of stupidity that I cannot imagine.
Mr. Kisia, but according to the president, he says that some of the things that the former presidents feared to do.
Like what?
He has been able
like
to
killing
do.
children? Of course they feared. Killing children, they feared.
Affordable houses.
They feared. In fact, Nixon, when you talk about affordable housing, you make me annoyed. You make me feel like crying. The concept of affordable housing was actually the idea of my administration. My administration.
Really?
At City. Yes, my administration. You can go and check in the cabinet minutes of 2010. We presented a policy within the context of urban renewal, but also solving the challenges of housing in Nairobi.
Okay.
We sat down as a team, and through the master plan that we had created, we created a specific plan for Eastlands, urban renewal program. And what we said, what we discovered, we had just in Eastlands, we had about in excess of 2,500 acres of land that was suitable for renewal. Okay? And this is how we came up with this concept of saying we can actually convert Eastlands, not just housing, but a city within a city.
Okay.
Eastlands. We create a city with, like what South Africa has done, creating a city within a city. Okay? So that was the intention. We wanted to solve problems of housing. We wanted to take care of the middle class who don't have housing. We also introduced a social component within that arrangement, so that we can accommodate those who completely cannot afford housing. Because you see, people who earn 15,000, 20,000 bob, they pay rent of 2,000. Njau houses, 3,000 bob. So we wanted to accommodate that one through some social program. Okay? Not free, some social program. So the cost of those building those units was supposed to have been absorbed within the bigger scheme of housing. But when Uhuru Kenyatta took over,
yes, in 2013,
the first statement he made was that he was going to build 1 million houses. I told his people, how you should even have consulted, because at that time, Nixon, we had 23,000 people mortgage.
Okay. Only
23,000 people. So I asked 2 questions. Where is the uptake for 1 million houses per year? Where is the uptake? If you build 1 million houses per year, you must have people who have capacity to buy them. Where is that capacity? Who is going to fund it? The second question I ask, where is the land? Because the national government does not have land. It doesn't. The land belongs to the counties. So it's a bit complicated. But when Uhuru came, he had a fairly, I must say he was a bit genuine.
Okay.
He wanted to solve a problem, a housing problem. Of course, the people benefited for selling cement and steel. But when my friend William Ruto took over, oh my God, he did not see it as an opportunity to solve a housing problem for the poor and the middle class. He saw it as a business opportunity. And I said it from day one. I started talking about this thing from day one. And I said, this man is about selling steel and selling cement. Now, the worst thing that he did, you know, when you look at the model of affordable housing,
yes,
we calculated, we found almost 50% of the unit cost is on land. It's on land. So we said, okay, if we as a city are contributing 50% for people to, for investors to build land, the cost must immediately be knocked off by 50%. Then we said 10% of that cost is, the person who is buying the unit will contribute. That comes to 60%.
Okay.
So the shortfall was 40%. Now this 40% we have taxes. We said we can also give a tax holiday. So the investor who was coming to invest in affordable housing, the most they would have contributed, Nixon, was about 30% of the cost.
30%?
Yeah, because land we've contributed is free. It's 50%. You are buying, you're putting 10%, it's 60%. We waive off taxes.
Okay.
So that, because we are solving a social problem, affordable housing, we must make policies that make those units affordable. But these characters, what they did, they introduced a tax, a housing tax. So whether
housing levy.
Your levy is a tax. You call it levy, whatever you want to call it, is a tax. It's money you're collecting from people. Now they have 100 billion. They can't even spend it.
But according to the president,
they are running all over.
He was saying
that 100 billion. He has 100 billion, not of his money.
Okay.
He's 100 billion. He's putting in a bank. And when we take over, the first thing we want to know, where is that money, 100 billion? Because some small little banks have come, which were tier 3, tier 4. Now they're tier 1. Not because they've done any business. It's because they are keeping our money. Our money, free money. They're now in tier 1. Those are the things that we're going to deal with. So let's get back to your question.
Yes.
Is a man doing well? I've just demonstrated Nixon, giving one example that is not only a poor leader, he is an extremely poor manager. Does not even qualify to be called a manager.
Mr. Kisia.
A manager is somebody who has the ability to manage resources, to manage manpower, to manage minutes, which is time, to manage management, to manage management information systems, to manage money, to manage machinery. All those are resources. All those are resources that
but Mr. Kisia,
a manager manages.
Allow me to cut you short. The president said that it is just for a short time. I know where I'm taking this country. This country, we are going to be in a very safer place in future. So just be fixed a bit, but things will be well. Why do you say you're
Now, a manager works with time. He's in his 4th year. He's still telling us that to give him time. He's in his 4th year. As a manager, you set targets and you say, in my 1st year, this is what I'm going to deliver. In my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, he should be telling us what he has done by now. He should not be talking about promises. Nitafanya, nitapanga, nitadu. That is BS. That's absolute BS. You can't spend 4 years in the office doing nothing. You have nothing to show. And you are telling us, give me time. As a manager, as a qualified manager, I'm now speaking as a qualified manager, that is zero work. Zero work. In fact, if he was working for private sector, he's fortunate he has a 5-year contract. But if he was working in the private sector, the board would have sacked him long time ago.
Okay. And as a
He would have been sacked.
Okay.
So, and that is why Kenyans are angry. And that is why you can forgive Kenyans who want to send him home after one term. Not because they hate him, not because of where he comes from, not because he comes from a poor background, but because he has failed in duty. He has failed to perform. He has failed to deliver. Consequently, he must go home.
Okay.
It's a one-time thing.
Mr. Kisia, let us talk about now you as a professional. Do you agree with the president that, you know what, Kenya can move from the third world country to the first world?
Absolutely. I've said this many a times, that this country does not belong to the third world, but with a rider, not with William Ruto as the president. Not with William Ruto. In fact, now we're in the fourth world. With William Ruto in the office for another 5 years.
But according to him, we are heading there.
According to him, how?
We are heading there.
Listen, he has a 5-year term. He has nothing to show. He's this 4th year. And he has nothing to show. Let him show us the roads he has built. Let him show us the hospitals he has built. Let him show us tangible results. We want to measure his performance against what he signed for. He signed a social contract. We want to see. We want to look and mark. We are marking the contract he signed. We are not going to. We are not diverting. We are not going anywhere. I'll give you 2 basic examples. This man prides of saying, maize has come down. In his own contract, he said he'd make it 70 shillings. In his own contract. Where can you get maize at 70 bob? It's still at 140. So if I was marking his paper purely on management principles, I'll give him a 0 on that one. He said petrol will come down to 100. He's in his own contract to 100 shillings. His own contract. We are still buying at 185, 186 per liter. In his own contract. In his own contract, he said gas will come down to 3,500 shillings, the small one. Where are we? Is it 3,000? It's it's 1,500, the small mutungi. The 13 kg is about 3,300. Yet he in his own contract, his own. So when we are measuring his performance, it is so simple, my friend. The standard deviation in management, standard deviation is 5%. Either side. If you're negative more than 5%, it means that you are doing poorly. If it is plus 5% and above, says 10% plus 10%, it means that your targets were soft. You gave yourself soft targets. All right?
Okay.
So, my brother, it is as simple as that. It is as day as night.
Okay, let's go to Tanzania a bit. A few weeks ago, they had an electoral process taking place over there. And later, the president, Samia Suluhu Hassan, won by 98%. And some of the people, especially the human rights groups, condemned the election as an unfair. And we saw our president congratulated her and wishing her all the best. As Philip Kisia.
There is no election you can win in a democratic process where your competitor is getting less than 2% and you're getting 98%. It is not possible. I think even rigging, as my president, former president, my late president said, Mwai Kibaki Emilio, he said you need some intelligence. I think that was lack of intelligence and taking people to be stupid. There is nowhere on earth you can score 98% in an election, in a democratic process where you have competitors. So that was, I think, the most unfortunate thing that happened to our neighboring country. But the worst is the deaths that have been reported. And I would urge President Samia Suluhu, as someone who loves mothers, as someone who respects women, as someone who believes in women, Samia Suluhu needs to take a mirror, look at in the mirror, and ask herself very hard questions. What will people remember her for? She is the first woman president in East Africa.
Absolutely.
The first woman president in East Africa. Is this the legacy that Suluhu Hassan wants to leave behind? That under her watch, innocent people died? That under her watch, she won an election by 98%? Come on. Come on. What sort of a miracle is this one?
Okay.
So surely rigging requires intelligence.
It requires some intelligence.
Some intelligence.
Okay, and we have seen also the rise of young people. And even those who are protesting over there in Tanzania, majority of them were young people. And generally in Africa, we have seen young people coming out and doing revolutions, saying we don't want these kind of leaders. My friend Willis Sotieno called them legacy politicians. So where do you see the space and the role of young people, especially within the East African space in future?
First of all, I will not stop congratulating our Gen Zs and to some extent the millennials. They caused a revolution that has gone to the global scene.
Okay.
This Gen Z movement, the Gen Z revolution, started here in Kenya by Kenyan youth. Okay? And you can see it as a global phenomenon.
Yes.
And it's not about to stop. It does not matter how many of our youth as a president you kill. It doesn't matter. This thing will only stop when you address the challenges the youth are facing. They need good jobs, not just Mujengo jobs. They need good education. They need money in their pockets. They need good healthcare facilities.
Yes.
They need education, free education. So if you think that by killing our youth through extrajudicial means and you think it will stop, you are in for a rude shock. So these African leaders who have made it their job to kill our youth, be prepared to kill millions of them. Be prepared to kill millions of them. It is not about to stop.
Okay.
So for the Gen Zs, I encourage you, you're doing the right thing because this is your future. Because if you do not take this leadership head on, starting with Kenya, if you don't take them head on, William Ruto is about 60, like me. God willing, he has another 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 years like me. You guys have time on your side. So that is why I keep on saying that this is not our country. This country belongs to the youth.
Okay.
And we cannot afford. Some of us are not going to sit down seeing people in positions of leadership destroying the future of our children and their children. We are going to use the last breath we have to fight any administration that is destroying the future of our the future of our generation or the generations that are coming. So these bad manners need to be put in check by Africa Union. And there's a time I asked the Africa Union to have this a peer review mechanism. Not just to have meetings. They keep on meeting. They're meeting. I think they're going for another meeting in Rwanda somewhere. These meetings they go for, sitting there wasting our money. They should be attending those meetings where you peer review. You killed 2,000 youth. Why? Those are the issues that they need to be talking about because they are holding this power on behalf of the people of Africa for the future generations.
Okay.
They have been given a mandate to do a job. But more than half of these people, African leaders, are just stealing. They're thieves. They are multi-billionaires for doing no work. If you ask most of them, what business have you done? Show me, what industry have you? Which one? Nothing. Stealing. Stealing is not doing business.
Okay.
They're thieves.
Mr.
Where is the how, Kabisa?
And we have seen here in Kenya, young people, recently, they have been really pushing and advocating for good leadership through social media and so on. But when it comes to registering as voters, they have not turned up. And that is the only way to change the leadership. So what do you have to tell young people if they want new leadership?
There are two things here, Nixon. Number one, the youth, there's a propaganda going around that when you go to register, they take something, these biometrics, and they interfere with your body system. Okay? Things called iris or something,
Iris.
That is a myth. And that is why our youth have slowed down. Say, this thing is going to interfere with our body system. We must be careful. I'm telling the youth, let them take images even 1,000 times. Let them take 1,000 times. We are taking over in 20 months.
Okay.
We're going to reverse all those stupid things I've done. They have brought, everything that was started by Uhuru Kenyatta, they have set aside. Not because they were bad. They're introducing other things so that they can procure and make billions of shillings. So the youth, don't listen to that propaganda. Take your vote. Go and register as a voter and make sure that when come elections, you vote. You've done very well on the keyboard.
Yes.
You've done very well in the streets. You've done very well in the social media. You've scored excellent. Now, convert all that energy through the change that we so desire. As my president, sixth president says, Kalonzo Musyoka, he says, we are going to shoot William Ruto on the ballot. We are going to shoot William Ruto in 2027 August on the ballot. He will receive so many bullets. You remember that child who received them bullets and he was asking, and he's still alive, we shall fire so many, we intend to press 15 bullets in his body through the ballot.
What do you
15 million. Pap, when you cast your vote as a bullet, you cast another as a bullet.
Okay.
So we intend 15 million bullets.
Okay.
Those are bullets. Those are votes. Him, he's using live bullets. We are going to use our votes, which shall be one bullet in his body. Another one.
And
Up
Mr.
to
Kisia,
15 million bullets.
Where do you see and what do you see social media?
We shall fire everywhere, not only on the leg.
Okay. Yeah. What is the role of social media in the coming general election?
Oh, there's a lot to play. I think a majority of people follow social media.
Yes.
Mainstream media now, I think people are not really keen. People hardly read newspapers. And it's in real time. Social media is real time. When these guys are still preparing the newspaper, people already read on social media. So this is a powerful tool that we have. Yeah? It's fairly accurate. It's fast. It's efficient. You don't need too much resources to relay the message. Resources I'm saying in terms of time, in terms of manpower, is fast. And the reach is, you can imagine what it does. Okay? So social media, and that is why they want to introduce this law to gag social media. It is for they're saying they're hiding under pornography. But you see, Nixon, we also know, because we've seen some of the people even who sit in this big offices, the cabinet, they are on those things. Even they're saying that, the president talked about, because they're spoiling our children. But when you get into that space, you find a cabinet secretary also on that list.
Yes.
He's following those bad things, pornography. You find it, they're there. You find it there, right, my brother. So let's stay alert. But I can assure the Kenyans, we are taking over as government waiting. August 2027, we just are asking William to prepare for a peaceful transition. We don't want chaos. We don't want chaos.
We'll talk about that.
We don't want chaos.
As we conclude. But you have bring another topic of the a new law and a bill that was signed a few weeks ago. It was during the moment that Raila Odinga left us. Cybercrime Amendment Bill. We saw the majority leader, Kimani Ichung'wah, saying that we are introducing this bill to reduce misinformation and to avoid some of the sexual abuse that is happening on social.
Pornography.
Yes.
Just say the word. You see, Nixon.
Do you think it is so?
Nixon. Nixon.
Yes.
I also don't agree that we should, put a check on pornography. Okay?
Okay.
But don't use that as an excuse to gag, to say the misinformation. People have a right to information. Let people decide. Let people discern the information. People are not stupid. When the information is inaccurate, is incorrect, people tell you this is bullshit. People tell you. People know. Why do they think that we are so stupid that they must do it on our behalf? In fact, the worry it is them. They are the ones who are useless. They are the ones who have a problem. They are useless. Not the people of Kenya.
Okay.
Them pigs. They are bure. They are the ones who are useless. Not us. Okay. We have capacity to think for ourselves, for heaven's sake. But most important, freedom of speech, freedom of association is enshrined in the Constitution. You are not going to stop us. You are not going to introduce some stupid act. That act, and let's not talk too much about it because the matter is in court. And I'm sure the courts will make a proper judgment based on the Constitution. Freedom of speech, association, let people talk freely. They are afraid because, the social media has brought them down. So they are, they want to be in control.
Okay.
They are useless fellows. They're not. And you see, when your friend has passed on, the man was saying you're signing the bills into an act early morning. People are mourning because he got the information that my friend has passed on at 7:30 in the morning. Yes, it's a fact. Fact.
Are you sure of that?
He got that information. Why are you saying he got it? You see, the time between here and Linda is about what?
You mean the time he was signing the bill, he had already known the news?
What time did he sign? Does a president assign to bills at night? Why is he operating in darkness? Why does he want to operate in darkness?
Mr. Kisia.
Why? Nixon, why? This is a man of darkness. Why?
Mr. Kisia, let us know.
Does he say he woke up at 4 a.m. and started signing? Come on. Give us some. He should tell me, or should tell Kenyans, he wakes up at 4 to pray, but not to send on bills.
Okay.
When our friend has died, Baba has died, we are mourning, and the man is busy ascending to bills, so that, come on.
Okay, let's now conclude with the United Opposition. Few days ago, I was with you. I saw you during the launch of the book by JB, The Fight for Order. You were there, and we saw the United Opposition principles, among them Rigathi Gachagua, Kalonzo Musyoka, Eugene Wamalwa, Fred Matiang'i, and others who are there among you. First, where are you in that alignment, Mr. Kisia?
What do you mean? I'm inside the kitchen.
Okay.
I am inside the kitchen.
You are preparing food.
I am the one
for the visitors.
I am the one who is cooking everything.
Okay.
How can you? Well, I'm inside kitchen cabinet.
Okay.
Let me say this. Nixon. The government in waiting was at JB Book's launch. The one you saw, that was the government in waiting. And I even saw you there. You are also part of this government in waiting. Okay. You are part of us.
Okay.
This government in waiting has millions of Kenyans who are going to shoot bullets. The bullet we're going to shoot in August 2027 are ballots.
But we have seen the
ballots. We have done our calculation. Not less than 15 million Kenyans are going to vote against Ruto. If Ruto is not less, if Ruto is lucky, if he's lucky, he'll get about 4 or 5 million.
But we have seen the president recently,
If he's lucky, 4 or 5 million votes.
Okay. We have seen the president recently you know, criticizing the united opposition and saying those people don't have a plan for this country. Their plan only is Ruto must go. In
But that's a plan.
Where,
is that not a plan?
Where is the plan for the
is that
united
not a plan?
opposition?
When you want to remove a bad fellow from governance and leadership, is that not a plan? What are you talking about? In fact, that's the biggest plan.
What does
Because the biggest plan,
okay,
the biggest plan should be to remove a dictator. The biggest plan should be to remove a man who has mismanaged the economy. The biggest thing that we must do, a job we have, is to remove a dictator. The biggest job that we must remove is to remove somebody who has been voted the second most corrupt man in the world. That is a grand plan. And you know, Ruto keeps on talking about a plan. Plan is not a. You see, a plan is basically a plan of action. So a plan of action, number one, is to remove him for all the things he has done. Now, in removing him, we are going to do exactly the opposite what he's doing. We are going to reduce taxes. We are not going to overtax our people. We are going to restore sanity in the health system. We are going to provide free, up to university education, free, because it's possible. We are going to stop corruption and misuse of public funds. We're going to stop. We are going to improve our infrastructure. We have a grand plan for water for our people, increasing productivity in agriculture. We have grand plans to increase direct foreign investment. We have plans to stop our people being sent to other places to clean toilets. We have a plan. We are going to stop. Our people are not slaves, so that we send them to other Arab countries and don't know where to go and clean toilets, to be a watchman. We have a plan to stop that one.
But
we are going to stop it.
Mr. Kisia,
we have a plan to make sure that our people have decent jobs.
They are still Kenyans.
That is a plan.
They are still Kenyans.
That's a plan.
Who still wonder, why should I trust the united opposition? Because what you are saying, even other leaders, even the current president, used to say this when campaigning and looking over for power. Now, why should they trust the united opposition?
Because of record. My record is there, Philip Kisia.
Okay.
Anytime I've been given a job, I've done it. So if you look at the government in waiting, we believe in performance management systems.
Okay.
We believe in the culture of performance management. We believe in merit. Yeah? We believe in transparency.
Okay.
We believe in accountability. If you look at Kalonzo Musyoka, for example, look at his record. He's a performer. Even Rigiji, the few months he was there, he's a performer. He refused corruption. Look at J.B. Muturi, one of the best speakers that we've had. Look at my friend Eugene Momala, one of the finest that we've had.
Okay.
Okay? Look at our side. Look at our side. So far, the people have declared their interest for running for presidency. Do you smell corruption? Do you smell murder? Have you any of those people have declared from our side, have they murdered anybody? Have they been involved in corruption? No.
Which position are you going to vie as we conclude?
I may even go for president because I qualify.
Really?
But for now, I want to hold that thought.
Okay.
But you can be sure I'm going for office. Yeah, and I'll be announcing very soon.
Through which party?
Of course, the government waiting. I'm part of government waiting.
Okay.
But as I close and conclude, let me say this. 27th November is a defining moment for this country. I'm urging people in Malava to shoot William with ballot papers and vote in Panyako. I am requesting people in Mbere North to shoot these fellows with ballot papers, send them home, and give our candidate a seat. Magarini, I am asking them to do the same. I am asking people who are going for 20, because November 27 is a defining moment. Is a day that those 3 or 4 constituencies will be writing a letter, a sacking letter to William Ruto. They will be writing it. and they will all sign.
Okay.
So that letter will be handed over to Ruto on November 2027 to prepare him for 27 August next year.
Okay.
So you can see, God speaks, God acts. It was not for in vain that IBC thought that they were delaying the election, but they put on November 27, and the elections are August 27, 27.
Okay.
So 27, William Ruto, be prepared to go home and hand over peacefully.
All right. That is the word by Philip Kisia, the governance and leadership expert, as well as the executive director, Azimio la Umoja. He also served as the Nairobi city clerk. See you in the next conversation. I've been your host, Nixon Njau.